Hello all, and welcome to tonight's beer review. A little bit later than I'm usually recording beer reviews. Mostly because today's been one of my migraine days. It's also been a busy day. And there's a wildfire burning about 2 miles away from here, which is not contributing to my headache too much. It's humid, muggy, there's a wildfire. I mean, yeah. I'm not in danger, anyone. No one's house is in danger. It basically started at this homeless encampment, out by the dump, former dump. Yeah, I'm making my town sound so ghetto right now, but it's actually not. So yeah, it's under control. It's just making a lot of smoke and nastiness, for what it's worth. So, what are we reviewing today? We got ourselves a growler fill. I'm actually reviewing something I was not expecting to review, mostly because Three Peaks went and changed the. And let me go and close the glass door because my chickens like to run commentary while I'm talking on here. They like to talk back to me. I think I'm talking to them. I don't want them catching on here their little pterodactyl and peeping noises. And so the beer that we're reviewing today, they just recently changed their tap list, and they had a new thing from Beer Labs Hawaii, and as you know, I like Beer Labs Hawaii, and because they really do some wild beers, and by wild I mean crazy, but they also do wild, as in wild yeast beers. And what is the beer that I am going to be reviewing tonight, after 2 minutes here of yammering on? Well, we are going to be reviewing Biko Brown Ale. Now, this is 6.3 ABV, 27 IBU. And this is a brown ale that's been brewed with the addition of sticky rice, so glutinous rice, brown sugar, and coconut. And those are the three main ingredients used to make Biko, which is a sort of Filipino dessert dish that I'm quite fond of, and I was actually going to go and pick up some, but while I was running errands, it completely slipped my mind, and thus, I won't have it. But if you can imagine it, just sort of imagine it as a brown sort of rice, very thick rice pudding dish that can just kind of, it's usually steamed inside like a banana leaf, and pretty firm. Eat it. I actually really enjoy it. And we'll see how much this resembles the taste of Biko. I'm going to think not too much, because otherwise it would be almost cloyingly sweet. But it should evoke Biko. So part of the proceeds of this go to the Philippine Islands Initiative, which is, I believe, an environmental sort of defense fund set up for the islands of the Philippines, which really need it, honestly. Okay, let's open this up. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Perfect pour. So, head's quickly receding. Thick but quickly receding. This is a dark amber brown, slightly opalescent. Head is fizzy to fizzy, kind of a mix of fizzy and thick, quickly receding as you can see here. Very nutty smelling. Definitely get those hints of brown sugar though. And coconut. Coconut is sort of mixed in there with that malt base. It's a very nice smelling brown ale. Just wish that the head lasted a little bit longer there. And oh my! It's hard to kind of tell you where the Biko ends, where the brown ale ends and the Biko begins. the flavors just kind of meld together naturally in a way that I didn't think really possible. So let's kind of start with the malts here. Malts are pretty much typical brown ale sort of nuttiness. Some hints of stone fruit. And in the finish, definitely get that old world style bitter hopping, and at the same time, this really nice aftertaste of brown sugar. It's sort of molasses-like aftertaste underneath that bitterness, or over that bitterness, I would say. Definitely the bitterness is the base point, and molasses, brown sugar molasses notes kind of on top of that. Coconut definitely shows up, especially in the effervescent, upfront and effervescent. Adds an overall creaminess to the mouthfeel. For the glutinous rice, well, I wouldn't know how you would go and make glutinous rice is in Biko and in most like sticky rice desserts, which is kind of popular in East Asia. It's more for the texture than flavor. The flavor is very, very delicate, so I wasn't expecting to taste the sticky rice. I'm guessing they kind of included the sticky rice as in order to truly make it Biko, even though it wouldn't be really contribute much to the end flavor of this. Just sort of contributing some, a little bit of added sugar to the fermentation process. What's interesting is that the coconut, when you go and smell it from the nose, well, I guess as it warms up, the coconut is kind of becoming a little bit more apparent, but at first it wasn't as apparent. This is nicely drinkable. I would definitely love to have this off a straight draft. Just really an excellent brown ale, and I am well chuffed at this. They definitely, this could have been really a stunt beer, but what they did was they had a theme, and they made that theme work with an excellent base brown ale. This is just hella drinkable, I have to say. Sort of like how Biko is kind of hella eatable if you're in a snacking mood. I am not, because I just ate a very large meal. I was starving, so I went and got like a deli sandwich, and I was passing by a pizza place, and I smelled the pizza cooking, so I went and had myself a slice of New York style pizza. So I ate a deli sandwich and a pizza, and topped that off with some apple and kimchi, because I'm weird like that. Yeah. Anyways, I want to definitely say, Beer Lab Hawaii, when you hit one out of the park with this one, definitely go and give this one a shot. It's if you drink it, it's probably not gonna, if you like Biko, yeah, you're gonna find the Biko there. But if you drink this, you're not gonna find Biko through this. You're gonna if you like Biko, you'll definitely see it in this beer. You get what I'm saying? Just an utterly entrancing nose, too. It must be so much stronger when the head's like... You can see my head's gone. But even in like the regular reviews on Untapped, I saw this one did not really have much head retention for some reason, which is probably the only thing that would be a strike against it. But you know, it still has a great smell despite that. It's still kind of welling up there, as I can see from here. And you know, if you have a chance, definitely give this one a try. It's an excellent brown ale, a style that I think that doesn't get enough love, to the point that most of the larger craft breweries have kind of dropped it from their seasonal cycle. And I'd love to see it return, because I find stouts a little bit too bitter. I'm just putting that out there now. So brown ales are the dark ales that I like. So that's your beer review for tonight, folks. Biko Brown Ale from Beer Lab Away. Definitely give this one a shot if it's still out. As you know, they never go and redo the same beer, so once it's gone, it's gone. But good news is it just got out, so if I upload this within a couple of months, you might be able to luck out and try it yourself. That's your beer review for tonight, folks. Cheers.